So Tammy Bond-Campbell, would you talk about yourself and tell people where you're from?
Hi, good evening, Rick and Rob. My name is Tammy, and I am from Northern California. If are familiar with Sacramento, so I'm in between Sacramento and Tahoe.
All right. Hey, with that, I'm going to get out of the way just for 5 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes for Tammy to tell her story and Rob to kind of interview her. So I'm going to shut up and go ahead, Rob.
Great. So, Tammy, thank you so much for coming on. It's great to have you
Thank you
and
so much.
live in a beautiful part of the world. But
Definitely, definitely. It's wonderful.
yeah, I love it over there. I know one of the things people are, when you look at something like this, you're hesitant, right? And so, what was your biggest, concern or objection that you had before you signed up?
I was very worried about the level of commitment. I have a job, and sometimes, it consists of long hours, and I was worried that I might bite off more than I can chew and overcommit and then feel like maybe I couldn't follow through, which I don't want to ever do. So that
Right.
was probably my biggest skepticism is, how much am I biting off here?
Yeah, that makes total sense. I think we're all in that kind of similar boat, right? We all have busy
Mhm.
lives, but how did that perception, change after joining the program?
Well, I mean, I can't express enough how relieved I was when I got into the culture impact system and began to understand more about what this program entails. And I realized this is amazing because there's not that much time commitment in long spans of time. We would have our meetings with Rick, and there was wonderful study material that was very visually pleasing to the eye, very colorful, very easy to understand, and the time commitment was negligible. It was easy to do, and I did not feel overwhelmed or burdened by the volume.
Nice, nice. Can you give us one, specific tactic or tip or example from what you did learn and what you took away from it?
Well, I do. I have the assessment big test that we took to help understand our personality types and our
Yeah,
spiritual
yeah.
gifts. I really enjoyed. And working through those assessments, the question and answers were very true to how I am as a person.
Right.
The end results were, pretty spot on. And I realized something that I did not expect. Not only did I learn through this culture impact system more about myself and how I interact in a group and how I can be of most help within a small team, I learned that within my current job, I work amongst a lot of sharks. And
Ah,
I was always, trying to be a shark, and I would really be hard on myself if I felt short of maybe something that a shark was doing so easy, and I wanted to be a shark. I wanted to be successful and accomplish what they were accomplishing and think like they were thinking and be like they were being. And when I wasn't able to, in my eyes, live up to that, of course I was hard on myself. But after taking this course, that has gone away and I am
yes.
free. And the reason I'm free is because I'm an urchin. I may have some shark tendencies,
Right.
but I am an urchin, and it makes 100% sense now why I think the way I do, how
Yeah.
I interact. And the great news is we're all valuable. That's the beauty of these small teams. You need a shark, you need an urchin, you need a whale, you need a dolphin. You need to have all of those characteristics within your small team because everyone has gifts, everyone has talents, and it really helped me come into what God has given me as my gift, which is I'm an urchin and I like to help people.
Nice. That's
So that
fantastic.
it brought a lot of freedom to me personally and professionally.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. That's super, super cool.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who's, on the fence of joining, say, sounds good, but what would you say to them?
Well, I would say if it's on your heart to join this culture impact system, I would say that is the prompting, and it's a good prompting, and we have nothing to lose. I can tell you from personal experience that this course has brought me more revelation like I mentioned, in my personal life and in my business life. And I really feel like I'm on a mission now to make an impact in this culture. And I wouldn't have had that opportunity. I wouldn't have had that direction. I wouldn't have had the knowledge had I not joined this course. And we were able to join a small team called the Truth Connectors. I've met wonderful people, which you'll meet if you join this program. You'll meet other wonderful people who you'll connect with. You'll get into small groups and you'll form teams and you'll each pick your mountain. And that's the other good news. You're all have the same mountain that you're going to focus on. So you're not going all over the place trying to, figure out where you're going to, move forward. You're all in tune and aligned on one area. Nice. So for the Truth Connectors, we're aligned on the spiritual mountain. And we are just gelling together as a team. We're learning each other, and we're really making progress every week on how to bring the Word of God to the people around us, show what it's like to have that one-on-one relationship with Jesus. And I just can't be more thankful and more appreciative.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much for taking your time. I know it's important to you, but just to share the value you've gained from the program and what the changes that you've seen is just awesome. So thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome. And I just want to say one last thing on why someone, if they're on the fence, a little bit more about this program and the benefit. I can personally vouch about the benefit that Rick is bringing to us through this program. The wonderful company that I work for is adopting the agile process across the whole company. And I can tell you it is thousands of dollars. So have an opportunity to learn the same information and be able to utilize it in the area that I am most passionate about is more valuable than like I said, personally, business relation wise, and monetarily, because it is very expensive out there. But here, it's just a great value.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. Nice to meet you.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
All right, hey, thank you so much, Tammy. That was so awesome. I'm going to let Tammy and Rob go. I know Rob's going to get to a church thing tonight, and Rob, thanks a ton for being here doing this.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Tammy. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was so fun to meet different what I call red-pilled Christian patriots, right? In the